Hi everyone, well today I am here to show you about 20 Brisbane to Cairns road trip stops and plenty more things to see and do along the beautiful Queensland coast, just to give you some ideas when you're travelling. As a local to Brisbane, I have managed to travel this route several times over the years, so I'm bringing you just a few stops off the main A1 highway as well as a couple off land. Travelling the Queensland coastal route has so much variety, and you're sure to find something for every kind of traveller. Almost 2,000 kilometres of beaches, waterfalls, tourist hubs and island destinations. There are so many ways to enjoy a Brisbane to Cairns road trip. This means if you're going solo, as a family, with a group of friends or as a couple. I'm bringing you today not only the destinations you can drive to, but gateway islands off the mainland as well. So let's check them all out. So what better way to start your Brisbane to Cairns road trip journey than from the state's capital of Brisbane? It has a lot to offer with views, exploring the city life, even some fireworks. You can enjoy things to do like taking a ride on the Wheel of Brisbane, walking to King Island, or hiking up Mount Cootha. Swimming at Streets Beach at South Bank, or a similar beach at Redcliffe Lagoon. Drive to islands like Bribie or even Moreton Island. Or take the ferry over to North Stradbroke Island for four-wheel driving or maybe a little diving. Whatever you're into, you will find plenty to do here. The Sunshine Coast would have to be your first stop for beachside fun and a large tourist hub. If you're after some great spots to swim, you can choose to check out some of the main beaches along the coast or some natural rock pools at places like Noosa. Or find some fresh water holes or waterfalls. Some examples of these could be Balloomba Falls, Gardner Falls or Condalilla Falls, just to name a few. Apart from that, there are many hikes or trails through the hinterland, and you can catch some amazing views on top of places like Mount Nung Nung. Travelling off the major A1 Brisbane to Cairns highway, you have Rainbow Beach and the first port of Fraser Island. But it has its own draw cards as well, with 70,000 visitors per year. It's known as a small beachside camping and fishing town, but also where you'd stretch your legs off with some four-wheel driving and go for a spin. Rainbow Beach has a number of areas to visit like Carlo Sandblow, Poona Lake, the Coloured Sands and Inskip Point. You will be pleasantly surprised when you visit this vibrant town. Heading a little inland now from the actual coastal route, you can visit a town called Beedon. Located in the Mountwash National Park, there's a small place called Utopia Rock Pools where the locals go for some free swimming, but it is dependent on rainfall and time of year. So if you catch it at a good time, you'll see 3 or 4 rock pools cascading down from each other. In the summer, it's an awesome spot to cool off or make a day with it with a packed lunch. The hike is only small at around 30 minutes each way, but the last 5 minutes does have you scrambling over some rocks. With over 90,000 people living in this beachside city of Bundaberg, you will be sure to find something for everyone. Best known for producing the world-famous Bundaberg rum, but as for some amazing beaches like Bargara, Elliot Heads, or Woodgate, for lots of different water-based activities. Not to mention they're all supplied with camping spots, motels and resorts accommodation. A favourite with families and retirees, the beaches offer some calm waters and some nice clean beach walking. This is also a prime location for the seasonal turtle nesting, where you can check out the loggerhead turtles laying eggs or watching the baby turtles make their way down the beach. Boarding a flight is the only way to get to this isolated island of Lady Elliot. The good news is that you can board it in either Brisbane, Hervey Bay or Bundaberg to get there. Travelling from Bundaberg is very popular with a 20-minute flight and daily departures. Choose to go there for an exciting or convenient day trip or stay overnight in their eco-friendly resort. The whole island is based around water activities like snorkelling and diving in the magnificent southern Great Barrier Reef. Although on land you can learn about the bird habitats and the history of the island. As you start heading into central Queensland, you can visit yet another beachside town like Agnes Waters, or 10 minutes down the road at 1770. The ample amount of holiday homes happens to draw a younger crowd, mainly for the surfing. For everyone else, there is camping, fishing and lots of spots for swimming with the kids. Both towns thrive on great food and things to do, so don't forget to try out some of the local seafood while checking out places like the Paperbark Forest, Lark Tours and trekking the Red Rock Trail. Lady Musgrave Island is very similar to Lady Elliot and also located in the southern Great Barrier Reef. The difference here is that it's only accessed by boat from either Bundaberg or 1770. The boat trip from 1770 is shorter, but the boat from Bundaberg will have more options, including a sleeping on a pontoon. Both will have you snorkelling some amazing reef systems and finding lots of turtles. There is a camping option on the island itself, but extremely off-grid and by permit only. Hard to pick between Lady Musgrave or Lady Elliot, and not a huge difference between them both. I would weigh up options for either and choose to visit one that suits your budget or timeline. Turning off the Brisbane to Cairns route from Rockhampton is the Central Coast. You come to Yeppoon, another beachside town, but also the gateway to the Keppel Islands. Great Keppel Island is still on my list to visit one day, but Yeppoon is also a great base for the Byfield National Park. This is where you'll find ample amounts of four-wheel driving spots, white sandy beaches, and some more swimming holes like Stony Creek. You could easily spend a few days here exploring some of the wonderful spots, four-wheel driving available in and around town. Rockhampton is the peak of the Capricorn Coast in central Queensland, and you have a couple of options on things to see here. If you're into rock formations and exploring caves, then you might want to make this stop to the Capricorn Caves just outside of town. There are a number of different tours available, some even getting down and dirty. Bands or singers use the rocks as an amphitheatre, which has an echoing, hypnotic sound. Apart from that, you have a lookout point like the Mount Archer Skywalk. This is an easy walk from the car park and one of the best views of the city of Rockhampton. Probably at its best for sunset while it's facing the western side. When you're finding Brisbane to Cairns road trip stops, it's very easy to miss the town of Clairview. However, this is literally the first stop along the trip you'll see that amazing blue Great Barrier Reef waters so close to the highway. For all those campers out there travelling up and down the coast, you have a rather large caravan park where you can get front row sights to the beach. This is called the Barra Crab Caravan Park and a popular overnight stop when travelling either way. It's located about 2 minutes off the major A1 Bruce Highway and very easy for a lunch break as well. We're veering inland off the Brisbane to Cairns A1 highway this time and to a lovely day trip from Mackay. Finch Hatton Gorge has some wonderful hiking, waterfalls and swimming holes to explore. To complete the main hiking trail would be about 5 kilometres all up, with some backtracking. During high rainfall, access to the gorge car park could be limited and you might need a four-wheel drive. Or, on other hands, it might require a much longer walk. Now this is one stop you won't want to miss. About 45 minutes north of Mackay, you have Cape Hillsborough National Park. This is a really nice area to explore for many reasons, but the most popular is seeing the morning feeding of the Cape Hillsborough kangaroos. This experience is run by the Mackay Tourist Rangers and happens every morning in rain, hail or shine. If you're ever looking for somewhere to stay, then the Cape Hillsborough Caravan Park is the closest area to this experience. Well, welcome to the Whitsunday Island Gateway and one of the major tourist hubs of the Queensland Coast. Airlie Beach itself is just a small town but receives about 700,000 tourists each year. These either chill out in the town itself or surrounding areas, or using it for a base to head out to the Whitsunday Islands. With this in mind, some suggestions might be Hamilton Island, Daydream Island, and Whitehaven Beach. If you're a bit more of the adventurous type, you maybe want to give skydiving a go. Alternatively, you can give the Airlie Beach Man-Made Lagoon a try or head out of town for some waterfall swimming at Cedar Creek Falls, which, mind you, is better in the summer months after some decent rain. This is a little piece of heaven just waiting for you along the Brisbane to Cairns route. Townsville is the largest city in North Queensland with a population close to 200,000 people. This is one city I do need to explore more, but has some brilliant views on the Castle Hill lookout point. Townsville is also your gateway to the beautiful Magnetic Island, which is easy for a day trip or stay for a longer period of time. The main highlights can be completed on a day trip like the Forts Hike, seeing some koalas, checking out the rock wallabies, or exploring the many beaches. You can take your own car over or hire one when you get there, not to mention an ample amount of different styles of accommodation that suit your style and budget. I loved the natural beauty and the variety of activities that were available. The Cardwell Spa Pools was made famous by a viral Instagram post back on 2016, although locals have been using this spot for years. There are a lot of rocks around and flowing water creates a spa effect, hence the name. Although the water looks great for swimming here, it wasn't flowing and more prone to sickness if you did swim. Keep in mind that too much rainfall does actually create a muddy, washed out effect too, so I guess it comes down to luck if you get a great swimming time. Travelling about 1 hour inland from Innisfail, you will get to a small 20-kilometre loop road with 3 beautiful waterfalls to check out. The waterfall circuit is located on Teresa Creek Road and home to Millamilla Falls, Alinja Falls and Zilly Falls. All of them take a limited amount of time to walk and are running all year round. Obviously summertime will have them with a lot more water, but wintertime is still an amazing sight. Even though they aren't directly on the highway to go and visit, I do see them as a wonderful addition to the Brisbane to Cairns road trip. Our last stop on my Brisbane to Cairns road trip journey is obviously Cairns. It's considered the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, even though this reef stretches over 1,000 kilometres to Bundaberg. With a population of over 150,000 people, the Cairns Esplanade is lined with bars and restaurants and has swimming pools. The Daintree National Park area spans mountainous rainforests, gorges and beaches. But most people come for the water lifestyle and the reef, so it's no wonder Cairns receives about 3 million tourists each year. If you're looking for more ideas around Queensland or detailed videos on some of the stops mentioned in today's video, then please click the playlist here.